What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. We are at the training grounds, aka ranked duels, and we are all about the learning experience. Now, I know for that fact that everybody and their mother from the commenters from the chat or the subs be like, how come you didn't use this card or using one of them other cards? We are all about the learning curve experience. And with this hand, it's way past doable. Circle, getting Soul Servant. Soul Servant, stacking up Magician's Rod to the top deck. So up against Dark Magician. Nunu, send. Where in the world on the card text? Send one from dead to graveyard. You know what? That's fair. Nunu attempt to send. Ash keeping Nunu in check. Ramifications, discard the econ for Quaddle and Recoil. Nunu, revive. Normal Quaddle. Xyz shoking into King of the Pharaoh Imps. Detach the Quaddle, getting Masked Chameleon. 23, and pass. There's the Magician's Rod top deck, of course. Getting Magician's Salvation. Salvation triggers. Salvation attempt. Resolve without effect. Now, I actually chose to hold on to the Cosmic Cyclone from the second circle because my initial thought was if for some reason my opponent doesn't get anything out of this before the Magician's Salvation comes up, I said to myself, what we're going to do is wait until opponent somehow gets to Eternal Soul. The moment my opponent set the Eternal Soul off from that circle, I was going to end a Cosmic Cyclone. But I said to myself, nah, we're gonna wait until either the Eternal Soul gets picked up off from circle or the field spell, for which, by the way, was my backup plan to hit it with Cyclone so that it will resolve without effect. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the lower level Magician support playing Artemis. Pharaoh Imps, getting Kage to Kage. Normal Masked Chameleon, no effect, but Kage to Kage. Make another King of the Pharaoh Imps. Pharaoh Imps for Reptilianne Quaddle. Reptilianne Spawn, banish Quaddle. 2 tokens for Echidna. Echidna, make Artemis 0. Echidna getting Skyla. Quaddle, special and special Skyla. And have I not attacked with King of the Pharaoh Imps from last turn? That's exactly 8,000 OTK style. I gotta see the list because this is pretty much of an awkward game. Okay, Royal Rare Dark Magician. Nice. You know, the sad part is Secret Village of the Spellcasters main deck against me with the reptiles. Realistically, half that Secret Village would have dropped throughout the whole entire game. I legit lose because in this build of mine, no Wee Witch or Dark, only because I'm on a learning curve with the deck. And this next matchup, when it comes to me winning the coin toss, chose to go second. And with this hand, I don't know, man. Depends on the sixth card. Set a monster, set 2, and pass. Okay, there's the fix. Ramification, discard Lamia. Okay, versus Dynamorphia. Show me Kentragina. Glossed out Kentragina. Ramifications getting Vasky and Spawn. Spawn banish Lamia. Now that my opponent knows that I have Vasky, Kentragina, pay half just to make Rex turn. Now, have that Kentragina not being able to trigger the effect, whether if it's all from Spawn or the resolution after the tokens were generated, Vasky would have been on the field immediately by tributing the 1 token and Kentragina. So, since Rex term is out on the field, I figured, why not go for the next best thing? Since Reptilianne Echidna has way low attack than my opponent's life, it made me think, if Echidna manages to make Rex turn go to 0, that's a clean getaway. So we're going to do that play. That is unless your opponent has Effect Veiler. And 1 set. Well, we tried. Flip up Diplos. Rex term attacks Echidna. Book the Rex term. Diplos over Echidna. And pass. Viper's Rebirth on Echidna. And just so you know, to my opponent, that is not how Reptilianne Echidna works. Okay, so the context about why my opponent stopped me with Echidna, it's because my opponent initially would have thought that I was going to search more reptiles in general based on the number of no attack monsters that my opponent has. But the thing was, opponent has attack power. So as a result, that Veiler play is completely dead and useless. So my initial backup, knowing that the Veiler play is dead, it was to summon out, as you guys saw, summon out Viper, link summon into another Echidna, drop Diplos down to 0, get another search for a reptile in general, and just go crazy combos from there on out. And unfortunately, that makes Dynamorphia players scooped. And based off from this list of Dynamorphia, realistically, it legit needs work, to be honest. Like, the hand traps, sure, but you're most likely going to get punished by thrust and or talents. Same goes for Misk as well. And then the Fang of Critias? Legendary Dragon Critias, of course. Send one trap from hand or field to the grave that lists on a fusion material that can only be special with Fang of Critias. If it's set, reveal it, then special that fusion. Hard once on it. So, based off from Fang of Critias, Doom Virus Dragon, for the sake of Crush Card Virus. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense on a Crush Card Virus. But realistically, I respect the jank, but at the same time, about Crush Card, to me, it's not worth it, to be honest. To be quite honest. Quite the session this was. And then the Mirror Forces, Ring of Destruction, to be quite honest, these are not worth to play, to be honest. Reversions, I honestly do not play it. Intact, this should be a one-off. Needs Dynamorphia Sonic in your main deck. And then extra... Oh, makes sense on the Mirror Forces. I see why the Mirror Force now, for the sake of Mirror Force Dragon. So, Kaiba cards, obviously, Mirror Force Dragon. When a monster's, more than one, you control is targeted for an attack, or by an opponent's card effect outside of the damage step, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Insane. And then, Doom Virus Dragon. Upon special summon, look at your opponent's hand, all monsters they control, and all cards they draw until the end of their third turn after this effect's activation, and destroy those within 1500 or more attack. Interesting. 2 Kentrigina should be 3. 2 Stelbergia, I can see that. Rex terms should be 3. Nice Glossed Out Digeris. Granosaurus Giga Cannon. What is this? When your dinosaur monster gets killed or kills an opponent's monster by battle, it sends to the graveyard, detach one, burn your opponent 1,000, and then gains extra 1,000 attack. If this Xyz Shokin card gets killed, target one card anywhere on the field, kill it, and if you do, burn your opponent 1,000. And the removal effect is once, which is interesting for 2 level 4s in general to make it as a Fire Dino, 2200 attack, 2000 defense. Zeus, Cerberus, Phoenix, Ripperdocus, Unicorn. And last but not least, for now, with this hand, talk about an upgrade. Heritage of the Light. Continuous spell, of course. If a monster is Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz, Link Summoning doesn't count. While a monster with the same card type is on the field, draw one. Hard ones on Heritage of the Light. And one set. Standby, Cosmic, Escalation. Ooh, I was gonna say this is Monarchs, but at the same time, opponent has a extra deck, so it could be extra deck Monarchs from back in the day. If you know, you know. Ramifications: discard Niami for Skyla and Spawn. Normal Skyla over the opponent with 18. Set to and pass. Keeper, discard the Ancient Dragon. Level 4, Light Dragon, 1400 attack, 1300 defense. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, increase this card's level by 1 and extra 500 attack. Keeper attempt. Chalice the Keeper. Keeper over Skyla. And pass. Reptilianne spawn. Banish Skyla. Get the 2 tokens, of course. The 2 tokens for Echidna. Echidna, make Keeper 0. Echidna getting Mask Chameleon. Ramifications, discard for Viper and Spawn. Recoil. Miami, free special since there's a 0. Normal Viper, yeet the Keeper. Synchro into Melusine. And of course, just to remember, ladies and gentlemen, all synchro materials specifically must be reptile in order for the battle immunity and effect destruction protection comes up. But since we got a non-reptile, she can be killed by battle or card effects. And even if my opponent were to do that, we get a search of any reptile in any shape or form as long as this synchro summon card gets killed, to be specific, by your opponent's card. 225. Raigeki. Blizzard the Raigeki. Place the same Raigeki. You're under Blizzard. Oh, Blizzard 2 Raigekis. And that does it for now in the training grounds, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.